Well, we got hacked. Our Meta Ads account got hacked. And this was a huge breach that happened within Meta. Hundreds of accounts got hacked. And what they did is they got access to the ads manager account. They took an existing ad, dropped their product image into it, and changed the URL direction to their website. And then they set the advertising budget at $30,000 a day. So uh, things go haywire. You know, you're getting messages on the from the credit card statement, and I'll just say Meta made it whole. You know, we weren't we didn't have to pay those. However, we had to shut down that ads account, and so for about 2 weeks, we were not doing any Meta advertising, and of course, sales on the website dropped right down to zero or just a few sales a day. The interesting thing was, and this is where it's a great case study, and I want people to learn from this. Our sales on Amazon dropped in half overnight. So you would think, oh, well, we're spending this money on Meta advertising, and here's our return on ad spend. Oh, and then separately, we're spending this money on Amazon ads. Here's our return on ad spend. And thinking of them separately, but they co-mingle. Because as soon as people see that ad, what are they going to do? They're going to check it on Amazon. And I've done this all the time. I do it when I'm in the store. I see a product and I go, oh, that's interesting. I wonder. And I pull up my phone and I check my Amazon and I look it up and I go, oh, I can get the same price. I can get different sizes. I can get different colors or whatever it is. And so this is something to learn. Is this how integrated these platforms are?
So this is, I mean, the things that you said are, when you come to think of it, it's like so simple, but the kind of impact it makes, it's unbelievable. So somebody hacked into your Facebook advertising account. That means that they took control of the ads that you were pushing.
Mhm.
And of course, you have the credit card on file. And because they gained access to your ads, they can easily make changes, anything they want. And then they started pushing the traffic to their website, their own website.
Yep. Mhm.
So first, tell us, how did you go about taking this up with Facebook? Because as far as I know, it's not easy to get a human being easily, and let alone complain. So share that part of it.
Yeah, it's
How was
interesting because we got email notifications because first of all, it was tied to an American Express card, so it doesn't have a specific limit. So when they said $30,000 a day, it just started charging the card. But your different accounts are set up differently. This one happens to charge on Meta every time the account balance hits $900. So it starts hitting 900, 900, 900, 900. And American Express flags it. They contact us, the card owner, and say, what's going on? We stop it. Of course, then Meta is still getting these $900 charges they're sending out, but now they're not getting paid. That opens the door to direct communication.
so they contacted you and said, "What's going on? Why are you canceling the charges?"
Yeah. So then we get an email and we started the dialogue that way and said, well, here's what's happened. But we didn't know, of course, because we've got multiple ads running, different campaigns.
Yeah,
And
you
so we had to
know,
dig
getting
through and
business, right?
yeah, we had to dig through and find what happened. We don't know what happened.
So that was all down to you to figure out. And I have a feeling they didn't change all the ads; they just changed some of them.
Correct. Yeah, I think they only changed one.
Only one, and
And
finding that one, obviously setting. I have a feeling also that you only had that particular one with $30,000 a day.
correct. Yeah.
So that was probably easy to pick out of everything.
Yeah, when you started digging into it, you could find it pretty quickly. Because everything was shut down at that point. But you're still trying to figure out what happened. How did this come about? Because of course, we're not thinking at first that we got hacked. We thought someone, one of us, fat fingered something on an ad.
Yeah.
And so we're texting each other, and it's like, did you do this? Did you do that? And what's going on? And it's all hands on deck, and everyone's, as they say, you're running around with your hair on fire just trying to figure out what's going on. And then of course you're looking at your sales and these different channels, and they're just plummeted. And this was the middle of October. So October, November, December, right at the beginning of the fourth quarter, when we know that's when a lot of businesses are
Sure.
they make their whole year within
Yeah.
that fourth quarter.
Well, also in this day and age, you have a lot of VAs, offshore people, they have access
Mhm.
to your accounts to manage it. So you don't know who's done what, and frankly, you don't even know if they are being truthful when they answer. Also, there's all these doubts, and it's unbelievable
Well, and I'll
to.
just I'll just tell you exactly what happened was that we were working with an individual who's very trustworthy, and I would still work with them today. And they had been doing some advising on our account, so we gave them access. So we gave that person access to be able to go into the account and do analysis and do some reports for us. And that's how they got in. It was through that person. That individual's Facebook personal account got hacked. They went through and found out that he had access to a business manager. And that's when all the trouble happened. So
Yeah.
we had to go through then and make, set up a policy to say, we need to periodically review who has access to the account. And you're getting advisors, you're getting quotes from people, they're looking at your account. So you're setting up access, but then you don't remove the access, and things happen. So this is malicious on the part of the people who
Yeah.
did this, perpetrated it, but it was our fault for not closing a open door.
So when you contacted Facebook and told them about this, what was
Right.
their
We
attitude
weren't
in
the
general
only ones. We
of?
weren't the only ones. So they knew when we came in and said, hey, we did not set this ad to 30. And look, this ad is not even going to our products. And so with the other information they had, now I'll say they didn't make it public and say, oh, hundreds of accounts got hacked, and businesses, but they knew what happened. And so they were quick about getting it resolved as far as the payments and the account.